One of the biggest aspects of virtual reality is the different social media apps that virtual reality offers, such as VR chat and Meta Horizon Worlds. But that means there are also other applications that are available to use other than these two. One of them that I'm going to be talking about today is Banter, which is created by the people who made SideQuest. And if you don't know what SideQuest is the app you use to sideload apps onto your Quest headset. So in this video, I am going to be reviewing the application, seeing what there is to see, and giving an overall synopsis of what I think of it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy. This is nice. Out of all of the startup menus I have seen from these social apps, I think this is my favorite. So there isn't really much of a tutorial or anything, but this is cool. I like it. So it was around this point where I realized I need an account, and I don't have an active SideQuest account because I lost the details to my old account. So after making an account, I went over to the SideQuest website where I was able to edit an avatar for this game. Alright, so basically if we go over to the SideQuest website, this is where we are going to be able to edit our avatar. Oh, I can take a photo. Do you know what? I'm going to do that real quick and see how it turns out. Okay, so a little BTS footage. I've got my photo and it is going to generate, if I can see how good this does it. Oh, do you know what? That's not the worst I've ever seen. I've seen a lot worse. Okay then, so the character avatar creation is powered by Ready Player Me, which is a great piece of software which I have done a video on in the past actually. It's quite a good piece of software just to make avatars and all that. A little bit low quality for my taste, but beggars can't be choosers. So this is how my character got scanned. It isn't the worst. I've seen a lot worse, but I am going to change the hair a little bit. We'll go with it. There we go, that's my avatar. So I'm going to go back into the game and see how it looks. So when I loaded back into Banter and my character's model decided to load, I thought it was finally time to start trying out new worlds. And I will admit, there isn't as much variance between the worlds as I wanted to see, but there is still quite a lot to be impressed about. So the first game I did play was some sort of space station game where there was zero gravity, and the objective of the game was I had to find 10 of these digital cubes. It was a bit of fun, but it did get to a point where I wasn't able to pick up a certain cube, so I thought I'll just try the next game. The next game I did end up trying was the Backrooms, and in all honesty, these were probably the best Backrooms I played. This was because it was less about the jump scares and more about the creepiness factor, which is what I really love in these types of horror games. For example, there was a section where there was an infinite doorway, where you had to go through doors in a certain order in order to get out. And one of the other things which I could not stop laughing over was the fact that there was this creepy chair that would follow me every time I wasn't looking at it. It caught me so off guard, I just could not help but just burst into laughter. It's not like it did anything once it did catch up to you, it just followed you. It was creepy and it was funny. There were also quite a lot of flaws to this world as well. I do not think I even explored 10% of what was available. But I wanted to showcase more games instead of just going straight into the Backrooms for the entire game. I might make a separate video on the Backrooms if there is enough content. One other thing I did want to mention about the Backrooms was there was like this super chill Stonehenge room with some character on fire sitting in the middle. And honestly, I was just sitting there for a couple of seconds just chilling. It was actually a really nice experience. But then after the Backrooms, we did go on to explore a city type game, which also had some really cool features as well. One of the features that it did have was that it had its own NPCs giving you tutorials once you click a red button, and it was like they were speaking to you and then giving you a tour around the city. It was actually really awesome.
Hi there, how are you doing? Having some troubles every now and then? I might help with that if you follow me and listen to the story someone once told me.
There was even quite a few secret spots that you could go to where you could end up on the top of a building, on the top of a nuclear power plant, and just little Easter eggs like that scattered about. But if I'm being honest, I didn't really do too much exploring around the town. It basically seemed like a portal to other worlds, if that makes any sense. But one other game I did try on this before I stopped recording was bowling. Now I wanted to try this because in the description of the Banter app on SideQuest, it said that it had Bone Lab-like physics, and I was very skeptical about that. And while I wouldn't go as far as to say it's got Bone Labs-like physics, it does have some really good physics. Obviously, with me being a VR professional, I just got strikes every single time I threw the ball, obviously. 100% not fabricating that story. But yeah, this seems like a really good activity to do with any of your VR friends. That's if you have VR friends. You loner. You lonely, lonely loner. But yeah, altogether, my experience with the bowling application was good. It was really good. Now, one final application I did want to mention, it wasn't anything too special, but it was basically a Japanese style dojo where you were able to watch films and clips of TV shows and everything like that. I would show it properly, but unfortunately and obviously it is copyrighted. And by that I mean I was able to watch clips of Bloodsport, the best martial arts film there is to date. And if I'm being honest, this was probably equal to being my favourite room, just because it can play clips like that. So altogether, how would I summarise Banter VR? I would say it's one of the applications that have the most potential in VR in the next coming years. Because honestly, the physics are immaculate, and exploring places in this game is nothing short of rewarding. Compared to social media apps like VR Chat, the physics are incredible. Like in VR Chat, if you pick something up, it will stay floating, or most of the time you can't even interact with things. No, on this it is very interactive and it is very physics based, which is just amazing. Banter VR is free on the SideQuest App Store. If you don't know how to install that, I will make a video showing you how to install applications off the SideQuest App Store, but it is very easy. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video.